this is an actual study. So,
you know, facts and shit, Steve. Those things that fuck you up all the time.
Not really.
Like,
Which you still haven't named a single one, unfortunately.
Here's the thing about statistics, okay? If it says, I'm just paraphrasing here. I'm not even going to cite the study, but I'm just paraphrasing here. Let's say they're red and blue, and it says reds commit crimes, 80% of the time. Blues commit crimes 20% of the time. That's a statistic. It doesn't, like how you read it is up to you. Mm-hmm. But the statistic is what it is. Like it's not a lie.
So looking at this particular picture, this statistic disagrees with John Tron's assertion. So if you look at the circled things, we've got rich blacks. The incarceration rate looks like it's 2.43, and then poor whites is 2.7. So.
Oh, the New York Times. No, I'm interested in court rulings. Remember, we go with them.
It's literally sourcing the Supreme.
It's
you want to read the whole?
Like
you can't. You're too dumb to even read the article. The Supreme Court on Monday refused to revive a restrictive North Carolina voting law that a federal appeals court had struck down as an unconstitutional effort to target African. This is a quote now. Now, maybe you think the New York Times just makes up quotes. Edit quotes to target African Americans with almost surgical precision. I could give you if you want to go through the actual fucking court docs, here's a link to that as well. We can read that if you want to. That the roadblock might be necessary.
So we don't. Okay, so the roadblock is necessary, and that is what I was arguing.
There you go. Now, for you to argue that we're going to put a roadblock
I'm not arguing that. That's what they argued when they made those laws. That's what it was. They
lost that argument, in which case you lost that argument, so we're done. What do you want to talk about next? They did, because it was struck down as unconstitutional. What do you mean they didn't lose the argument? They clearly did.
Those are not arguments, Steve. What are you doing? Why are you conflating?
You just said they made the argument.
I fucking hate you. You're such a piece of shit.
Holy shit, you're really fucking dumb.
You're really
I feel like I'm talking slimy. To are you the black version of no bullshit? Are you guys fucking separated at birth? What? I don't understand. Holy shit.
Don't insult Tonka.
He's being really fucking stupid. This is
you're being really fucking obtuse to run away from the shit.
How am I being obtuse? I'm literally quoting the court docs at you, my dude.
No, you're not. You're quoting a New York Times article. You're not looking at court documents. You know what
I can
doing.
Link it to you a third time. I don't know if maybe you didn't see the other two links. There it is again, my dude. I know you called me dumb earlier. If you scroll up, look at how I linked it 3 times. These are the court docs.
And the wording isn't there.
What wording is not here?
The quote.
Which quote?
Using.
About the black people.
Here is a quote from the court document itself. If you want, you can push Control and F on your keyboard at the same time after you've opened it up, and you can type in surgical. That's surgical. Okay, you can type that into your little search bar, and
it looks like
now. What's this?
Like that is an opinion.
In response to claims, an opinion of a court, my dude. In response to claims that intentional racial discrimination animated its actions, the state offered only meager justifications. Although the new provisions target African Americans with almost surgical precision, they constitute inept remedies for the problems assertedly justifying them, and in fact impose
that intent, though.
Yeah, the intent was ruled to be racist.
I think the most fucked up line is, although the new provisions target African Americans with almost surgical precision, they constitute an inept remedies for the problems assertedly justifying them, and in fact impose cures for problems that did not exist.
Wait, like voter fraud. Oh, interesting.
That's not what they say, though.
Tonka, it is. I'm reading the court case right now.
No, it doesn't say voter fraud.
But that's a New York Times court case.
No, that's not what.
What do you think you're streamlining your voter process for? It's to prevent voter fraud, dude. Are you serious?
I'm throwing you a bone. I'm throwing you a bone, dude. Watch. So, Tonka, the idea that they are adding this new provision or whatever thing to stop the ID stuff was to fix something, right? But since it attacks African Americans with almost surgical precision, and a problem that didn't exist, the provision that was being used was to prevent voter fraud.
You make plenty of dishonest arguments.
Name one.
The South Carolina voter law. It's racist. You're retarded.
So Are you calling the Supreme Court retarded? Oh, you don't. How about you pick a different topic? You don't want to go down this road, dude, because this is a straight
No, I'll
loss
go down
for you.
this road because
You really
I'm a colored guy who lived in South Carolina.
Okay.
I made it just fine to the DMV to get my voter ID.
Cool, that's great. Can black people go to the DMV? Yeah, sure, but that's not the question. The question is, do black people
So
have
they
the same...
can go to a DMV.
Sure.
They are
so
allowed
the question
to get
is,
these IDs.
the question is, do black people have the same access and opportunity of access to a DMV as white people? The answer to that is no. But that might be too complicated for your little smooth brain to understand. I'm not sure.
I know. I'm just a colored guy who's in South Carolina who managed to make it.
Well, I mean, you're already dumb because this happened in North Carolina, not South Carolina. Cool, that's great for you, dude. So basically, what the Supreme Court decided, okay?
I don't care.
Oh, well, if you don't care about the
don't
facts, then what are we arguing about? I don't
that's
want
not
to
the
argue
facts.
about your
The law
feelings,
is
dude.
not
I don't care.
racist.
I don't care
The
how
law
you
is
feel.
not racist.
It was racist,
Tell
though.
me, give me the wording where it was racist. Hit me up.
The wording was when the state legislature very specifically requested voter data broken down by race in order to stop the ways that black people commonly voted in order to prevent them from voting. That was where the racial elements came in, and that's what the Supreme Court of the United States ruled. If you feel differently, dog, I don't give a fuck about your feelings. I'm only here to talk about the facts.
It's got nothing to do with feelings.
It is, because you just said, I don't care what the Supreme Court says.
All right. Oh, the New York Times. No, I'm interested in court rulings. Remember, we go with them.
It's literally sourcing the Supreme.
It's
Do you want to
literally-
read
no,
the
I would
whole?
like to-
You can't. You're too dumb to even read the article. The Supreme Court on Monday refused to revive a restrictive North Carolina voting law that a federal appeals court had struck down as an unconstitutional effort to target African. This is a quote now. Now maybe you think the New York Times just makes up quotes. Edit quotes to target African Americans with almost surgical precision. I could give you if you want to go through the actual fucking court docs, here's a link to that as well. We can read that if you want to.
They're the direct quote on that thing that you said.
What?
All that the court seems to have found, according to your article, is it disproportionately affected African Americans.
Yes. But that's
not what you said.
The goal of the state legislature was to target African Americans.
That's not what you said.
What do you mean?
Why are you saying different things?
What do you think? What do you think I said?
You just sent me doesn't say what you said. It said that they found it disproportionately affected Africa. That's not the same as what you said.
Okay,
Steve.
here
Why
you
are
go.
lying?
You can get this. This is the worst argument.
Well, no,
for
why are
to
you
take.
sending me another link? Why?
This is the Peter because you want to read the court docs themselves because you're too dumb to read the article.
Why can't you?
So here
no,
you go.
You're too dumb to read the article.
Before enacting that law, the legislature requested data on the use by race of a number of voting practices.
That's not what you said, Steve.
What do you think I said?
What do I know you said?
Yeah, what do you know I said?
I think everybody knows what you said.
Can you say it again?
Can you say it again?
I can't because I don't know what I said, dude. I need you to remind me, please.
Well, that explains why your memory's so shit. You don't remember fucking with 15-year-olds.
I thought that I said that there was a targeting of black people, and that's why the Supreme Court didn't hear this case, and that's why this was struck down as being unconstitutional. I thought that that's kind of what I said, but apparently I don't remember. So can you refresh my mind?
No, that's not quite what you said.
Okay, can you go ahead? Tell me what I said. Tell me what I said, dude.
I don't know. I trust your memory.
Oh,
Steve.
okay. Well, in that case, that's what I said. That's what the Supreme Court affirmed, and that's why this was struck down as unconstitutional. Yeah, we could go with that. I would. I'd be really nervous too if I had no fucking idea what I was talking about, and I just realized that this is actually way more fucked up than I thought because you've probably only ever heard this on fucking YouTube channels or some shit before.
Never been voter fraud.
No, not definitively, but there's never been voter fraud on it.
Definitively.
No, I'm not going to say there's never been voter fraud. I'm saying that there's not enough.
There's been voter fraud, so people would have a concern with maybe trying to stop it from happening. Yes?
The problem is you're talking about putting a road.
Yes, Tonka.
What?
Sorry.
The problem is you're talking about putting a roadblock up in front of your most important constitutional right. If we're going to do this...
No, that's retarded. It's not a roadblock. It is a streamlined thing. It's where you have to take a different avenue, not a roadblock, and you fucking know that.
Okay, let's say that I go to vote, and they tell me you don't have an ID, and I have to go get an ID to vote. What would you call the process of having to get that ID? It's something in the blank that blanks you.
It's called a process, Steve.
Okay.
That's what it's called.
So that process might be blanking you. What would be a word that we could use there? Roadblocking?
Dude.
Yeah, so Andy, like the big
so Randy
problem.
Roman asks you, Destiny, just real fast.
Well, hold on. Well, before all this, before we get into these, like, I just want to point out, like, something that's really frustrating me is that you get these people like Tonka that will say to you, Millennial Woes do this too. That's why he blocked me and he's too scared to talk to me. Tonka's just too stupid to realize he shouldn't be talking to me. But the problem is, like, people will make these videos.
You're too stupid to realize.
These people will make these videos. Dude, you're not gonna snatch shit. Shut the fuck up, dude. You're such an internet tough guy. Holy shit, dude. You're such an internet little tough guy. Fuck off, dude. So like these people, these people will make these claims, right? These people say like, oh, Destiny did this and Destiny lies and he bullies people and then when you ask like, okay, well, give me an example of this, they don't have a single fucking thing to point to, Andy. Not a single time. Notice that Tonka here. Not a
people will beat your fucking ass.
Holy shit, you're not beating anybody's ass. You can't even find the fucking state you're in. You couldn't find your own state on a fucking map. You dumb motherfucker.
You made it seem.
God, I want to face fucking with my fist so bad. God, fuck this little piece of shit.
You triggered, my dude? You sound pretty triggered.
Oh, I'm triggered as fuck. I would fuck your face up so bad.
Oh shit, I'm sure you would, my dude. You sound so
smack
mad
your
right
little
now.
ass
Oh
up so
god, you
fucking
sound
quick.
so mad, dude.
Oh, I'm mad. I would fuck
you sound
I
so
would
triggered right now.
fuck you, little bitch.
I'm such an internet tough guy. I'm
Fuck
so
you till
mad.
you
I
love
would
me,
fucking,
faggot.
if I found you in real
fuck
life,
you
I
till
would
you
fuck
love
the
me,
shit out.
faggot.
I would beat you up so hard. I would punch you in the fucking face. I would beat you.
Yo, girl, yo, come in here.